UFC Fight Night, Uros Medic versus D-Rod just went down, just finished, and a great event it was. Lots of finishes, a couple of upsets on the card, absolutely incredible fights on this card. In this video, I'm going to go through every single fight on the card, recap every single fight. Let's get straight into the main event, Uros Medic versus D-Rod. I've got a bit of a hot take, and it's not rage bait, I'm not trying to, make people angry. I think Uros Medic is being overglazed, and people are saying that he's going to go out there and destroy top contenders like Leon Edwards, Carlos Prates. I know, not Prates, but that's the guys he's calling out and wants to fight. I don't think Uros Medic has champ potential right now. What have we seen from Uros Medic in his career? He's gone out there, D-Rod, Jeff Neal, Muslim Salikov, bottom of the barrel guys, Gilbert Urbina, slammed him out in the pocket in the first round. Is that usually a viable way? This is a weird example, like people talking about Hyder Ramil being a future champ. He goes out there, balls in the pocket, Jose Delgado knocks him out. He's no longer the same guy. I can see Uros Medic getting knocked out. Maybe he gets past Leon Edwards and this takes a little longer. But I can see Leon Edwards beating Uros Medic. I might make a separate video on that. But if we're talking about purely the fight, incredible performance. I'm not shitting on Uros Medic for this performance. He goes out there, D-Rod low kicks him and stumbles him. That's not a good look. D-Rod stumbles him with a low kick. Doesn't, affect him. Not like Guyon did to Jankic and fucked him up. But took him off balance. That's dodgy for a guy like Edwards, etc. Kickboxing division. That's a weakness already. But in the pocket, fair play to him. He's second to none from what we've seen so far. He's incredibly powerful, very powerful. Knocked D-Rod out. D-Rod's known for having a solid chin and taking a couple of good punches in a fight. Falls to the floor, nasty combo as well. It wasn't just a singular shot. Followed up with a couple of combos, some nasty body kicks on the ground. D-Rod was crumbling in a ball. He got the finish, but nasty performance, and that's what we expected. Let's be honest. Who is D-Rod? Obviously, I know who he is, but who is he in the top of the division? He's not that guy. He's not at the top of the division. I'd argue that Jeff Neal was a harder fight. I know they're trying to build the Serbian market, but this isn't. I've not learned nothing about Uros Medic from this. All that he's not shit the bed, and he's rising to the occasion, I guess you could say. But he's impressive. He's powerful in the pocket, but not much else we don't know about. No one shoots a takedown on him. No one survives that early blitz. I think Leon Edwards could beat him. I think he's being overglazed, and rightfully so. He's knocking these guys out in the first round. But what happens when someone shoots a takedown on him early, or eats the shots, or gets out of the way of it, or chops his leg like D-Rod did and shoots him down? That's all I'm saying. I think Uros Medic is being overglazed. I'm not saying he's not good and he couldn't beat these guys, but let's chill on him for a bit, yeah? Book him versus Edwards next, and D-Rod, who the fuck knows? I saw Kevin Holland call him out. Maybe you could redo that, but I don't know. That D-Rod is just a guy in the division, really. He's just a vet that's going to go out there, he's going to beat someone shit. But the second you put him in there with Uros Medic, he's going to lose. So yeah, a good fight, but let's chill on Uros Medic, yeah? In the co-main event, we had Jan Blachowicz versus Navajo Sterling, and I did not see this coming. I picked Navajo, but I thought it'd be a lot closer than this. It would go to a gritty decision, and I was wrong. A lot of people were wrong. I don't know if Jan Blachowicz is washed or Navajo Sterling is just that good. It's kind of a mix of both, because Jan did drop him early on, a flush jab, dropped Navajo as he was over swinging in the pocket, but they disengaged. Navajo landed a nasty overhand, stunned Jan Blachowicz. Navajo shoved him on the floor, followed up with some nasty ground and pound. That's showing the evolution in his game with the ground and pound. I know he TKO'd Bruno Lopez like that. There's some nasty elbows. I know Jan's got a lot of scar tissue. There's some nasty ground and pound. The finishing instincts are there. He's looking better every fight. Obviously he's not had many fights, but he's going to be top 5 in the world now. Jan number 4? It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure Jan was number 4. Whether they put him in the top 5, top 10, etc., who knows? That's a big jump. He called out not Reyes. Who did he fucking call out? Costa and Khalil. I don't mind it, because he's going to be top 5. Put him in there with Khalil. I think he beats Khalil. I don't know about Costa, because Navajo's good. He's got decent grappling defense. He's powerful. He's fast. He's big. He's going to be competitive with the guys at the top of the division. He really is a future. He may be a future champ. We could be looking at the next champ here after Ulberg goes, and he's not going to want to fight Ulberg. If Ulberg fights Ank, Ulberg loses, you could have Navajo with a couple of wins fighting Ank. We've got good potential prospect here. The division's looking a bit stale, so we need guys like Navajo. It's just a shame that they're friends, him and they train together with Ulberg. But no. I think Jan Blachowicz needs to wrap it up. I was worried about him if he was going to fight Guskov, Navajo. He's got the pop. He's still got, like he said, he's got the pop. He's got the pop still, but that's not going to win you fights against the elite of the division, and that's what he wants to be in. He's too slow. The chin's getting worse. Look at the scar tissue. He's getting cut open easier. I think he's best if he wraps up the gloves, or he sticks around, fights another prospect. Who knows? But let's just be honest with these guys that are clinging on to their past. They're never going to be as good as they once were. As harsh as it is to say, it's true. But he's a legend of the game. Whether he retires or sticks around, he's only going to worsen his legacy if he keeps losing. But he's still a legend, former champ, etc. But you can't hang with the top of the divisions anymore. Very good performance from Navajo. I want to see him against, like he called out, Acosta. I don't know about Costa. I want to see Costa Yuri. Khalil is a great matchup. Put Ank in there with Wahlberg. Division's looking stacked now. Got some big title elimination bouts. Prospects coming up like Yakayev, Iwo Baranetsky. Division's looking good. Good performance. I didn't expect that. I thought it'd be a gritty fight to a decision. But Navajo proved me wrong. Looked good. He's in the title elimination bouts now. Jan, sadly, I think he needs to wrap it up and retire. Next was Rakic versus Tybura, and this was a dog shit fight, to be honest. It looked good in the first round. Rakic was fast out there, elusive. Even Tybura looked good. Tybura looked quick. The body kicks, etc. He's in and out, popping that jab, punishing the sloppy entries of Tybura. But rounds 2 and 3 were fucking embarrassing from Rakic. Going like that against modern day Tybura. He's not impressive. Tybura's not good anymore. Tybura's old, slow. Rakic is meant to be the fast guy coming up from 205. I wouldn't say it was a close fight. It was a sloppy fight. You know, the Tybura test, it's been there for years. You know, you slime out Tybura, you're somewhat decent. You go to war with Tybura, you're alright. And if you lose to Tybura, you're not anywhere near rank level. But, you know, maybe we can excuse it. Nerves in front of his hometown. He's not won in 5 years. His first fight at heavyweight. He still won, so let's not cook him too hard. But I don't think he's all that. Let's be honest. The pop isn't clearly as good as it is, because if you've got nasty pop, you're going to knock out Tybura. But some of the shots he were landing, they were clean, they were flush, a couple of jabs, high kick, etc. Had him stunned. He's got pop, but it's not like Aspinall level pop. Go on, I'm still saying pop. But yeah, he got the win. It wasn't impressive. Tybura's Tybura. He's got a solid chin, but come on now, if you're elite, you're going to knock out Tybura. Yeah, not the best. That's what Tybura is. He's a crafty vet. He's a gritty guy. Takes something special to put him away, and clearly Rakic hasn't got it. Good win in his hometown, but I'm not really impressed. Round 3, why are you clinching up against the cage against Tybura? Did he gas? I'm assuming he gassed. Clinching against Tybura in the 3rd round, not impressive to me at all. Yeah, awful fight. Rakic gets a first win in 5 years at least, I suppose. Robert Valentin versus Dusko Tordovich. Like we all predicted, it would be 2 shit strikers. Whoever gets the submission wins. I went the wrong way. I went Tordovich. Valentin ended up on top, had multiple guillotines threatened, and clearly Valentin's better than Tordovich. I thought Tordovich, in the hometown. This is what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. I was looking at the comp, the resume, not the actual ability of the guys. Tordovich had gone out there, lost the better comp, so stupidly I thought, oh, he's losing to these guys, so he's going to beat Valentin. It doesn't work like that. That was stupid from me. But Valentin's looking good. 2-fight win streak, both by submission. What else can you say, It's not much to say. Wrapped up the neck of Tordovich. Impressive, I guess. Tordovich is a crafty grappler, But if you look at Valentin's resume, he's got a win over Tordovich and LeBlanc. That's nothing special. But he's kept his spot in the UFC. Yeah, but let's be honest, what is the point? Not to shit on Valentin. He's a fun guy. He's a nice guy outside of the cage. Pretty funny on Instagram. But we've seen him. He got knocked out by Ryan Loader, smudged by Finney. There's nothing hype about Valentin. He's proved his UFC level, got the guillotine over Tordovich. He's a decent grappler, that's it. Not much on the feet. I don't see him beating much above him. No offense, he's a fun guy, but yeah, that's just how I feel. Good performance, got the win in the enemy territory. Vlasto Seppo versus Gilbert Urbina, and this pisses me off. I was so close to picking Gilbert Urbina, put tweets out about it. I know Seppo's shit, and I saw Guru's tweet. Look at the physique differences. He might have been on roids, and even when he was on roids, he was still losing on the regional scene. Velasco Seppo is not good. Neither is Urbina, but they're both shit, so there's a 50-50 chance. Seppo crashes into the pocket. You're leaving your chin in the air. Urbina caught it, and well, Seppo didn't eat it. Sat him down, big upset. I should have trusted my gut and stuck with Urbina, and big upset. But Seppo wasn't good. I broke it down perfectly. It was a 50-50 fight. Whoever lands on the chin first, they're both going to swing wild. Urbina landed. I'm a bitch, and I should have stuck with my initial prediction. Urbina knocks out Seppo in the pocket, sits him down, some ground and pound, and that was it. This is going to be a very quick recap. A lot of first round finishes. But yeah, I'm angry that I went with Seppo. I should have stuck with my gut. I picked Urbina. He got it done. And what can I say? The Serbians are pretty shit, Boris Medic. Milos Jankic versus Noah Gugnon, and made me upset watching that. It just reminded me of Yuri. I hope you're okay, brother. That's cringe. Wow, get a life. Milos Jankic threw a body kick or a head kick at Gugnon. He blocked it. He twisted his foot back, fucked his foot up. Jankic was limping around one-legged. What did Gugnon do? Did he run into the pocket with his chin in the air and eat a left hook? No, he didn't. He chopped the leg. Jankic fell down, landed some ground and pound, and he submitted him, took the back, and choked him out. And this guy, injury or not, he's a good prospect. Gugnon looked very good on the regional scene. He's a fast striker. He wants to be back soon, so I put him on UFC Paris. France have a good prospect. He is actually French. I know it's a mystery nowadays, but he got it done. And Jankic, just another fraud European, but we don't know because it was a fluke injury. But that's tough. That's life. It was like watching McGregor versus Holloway. Fight was over straight away. But Gunyan showed his skill and took his back and submitted him. He could have just stood up and had the fight called off, but got it done. Very impressive. Fluke injury though, but well, it is what it is. Talking of sadness, Tafik Masayev won a fight. Ludovic Klein lost to Tafik Masayev, knocked him out in the second round. My cope is here if you saw my tweet. Ludovic Klein's ankle still injured, obviously. It's not because Tafik Masayev chopped his leg in great and he's got good low kicks and he injured him. Ludovic Klein's still injured. This doesn't count. It's a no contest. And yeah, Tafik Masayev knocked him out. Not good. But round two was competitive, teeing off on each other. But as soon as Ludovic Klein had landed something with momentum, Masayev would land back. And as much as I shit on Masayev, and people are, he is actually semi-decent. But the good thing is, we get to see him fight someone even better than Ludovic Klein, which means we get to see him slammed out unconscious on the canvas soon. So that's a bit of hope and, goodness in this shit world we live in. But yeah, Ludovic Klein lost, and we have to see Tafik Masayev win. He looked good, to be fair. Got the knockdown in the pocket. Yeah, he's actually looking better now, throwing combos. Very impressive if I take all the hate aside. Backline up multiple times. Mixed it up well to the body, to the head. But the low kicks were very impressive. He knew that Klein was injured, so I can't call it cheating. He exploited well, I don't think he's injured, but a weakness. It wasn't long ago, October, he did his ankle badly. He exploited the weakness, throw the low kicks. You're never going to be the same after surgery, really. And yeah, he did his job. He didn't cheat, he exploited. So, fair play. Got the knockout, but I still fucking hate Tafik Masayev, and I hope he fights someone good. Even like a Terence McKinney. I hate Terence McKinney as well, but Terence McKinney was five him out in the first round. Ludovic Klein had some success, but Masayev eventually backed him up, knocked him down. The low kicks are very good. Took the footwork away from Klein and knocked him out sadly. But it is what it is. More sadness. Orban Elliott versus Michael Oliveira, and somebody check Michael Oliveira's gloves. I think there's rocks in them because what the fuck was that? One jab on Orban Elliott. Orban Elliott was throwing some nice overhand rights. That gives me confidence because, I've explored who do I think I am. I've seen some weaknesses in Michael Oliveira's game. I'm not some MMA coach. Elliott was landing some nice overhand rights, but that doesn't fucking matter because Michael Oliveira has got rocks in his hands. One jab, sat Oliveira down, sat Elliott down, had him stumbling around. Elliott gets back up to his feet. A nasty right hand just completely drops him, has him crawling on his arse. It was just embarrassing. Tough to see. And some ground and pound as he's face down, arse up, and he gets the first round knockout. This guy's got rocks in his hands. Orban Elliott is good. This is impressive for your debut. Orban Elliott, he's not a can, he's not no rank level guy, but he's still a good fighter in this division. Very impressive performance. I see Michael Chiesa say give him a rank guy. Shut the fuck up, Michael Chiesa. Why are you even on the broadcast booth anyway? You bum. But I saw actually he's gonna fight Chidi Njokuani, UFC 330. That'd be a good fight. Chidi Njokuani's good. We see him fight. What's that guy? That other Brazilian guy that was actually pretty good, just like he is. Carlos Leal, he's a good fighter, very powerful. Chidi Njokuani 8 shots, so maybe Chidi Njokuani could exploit this game. But this guy looks like an Ateba Gautier in the middle, in the welterweight division. He's very patient, he's very powerful, and he's going to be very hard to beat as he was defending all of the takedowns. And yeah, it's a tough loss for Orban Elliott. Come back in UFC London, fight some can, take some time off. Yeah, they've kind of done him dirty here, but take nothing away from Michael Oliveira. He's got rocks in his hands and a nasty knockout in your debut, and apparently he's going to be back already in August 15th, taking on Julian Jaquani. Borislav Nikolic versus Mark Vologdin. So Borislav Nikolic has 0 fight IQ. That first round was disgusting to watch, embarrassing. He's got those hands down, charging in the pocket against a guy that's 5'3". We're massive. We've got a reach advantage, we've got a height advantage. Let's not throw a jab. No. We'll just charge into the pocket with our hands down. Mark Vologdin had him stunned bad early, but as I said, Mark Vologdin's powerful. He's funny. He's durable. He's fun. He's too small. Like Nikolic can stay at range, pick him off. He started doing that. Coaches were shouting at him, fair play, what the fuck are you doing, Nikolic? You're a retard. He started throwing the jabs, the uppercuts, mixed in the takedowns, because Vologdin's a decent guy, but let's be honest, he's not good anywhere. Like, I'm not just shit on Vologdin, he's a fun guy, but go down to flyweight, or you're going to get cut because you're going to keep losing the bantamweight. Took a lot of damage. Arguably Nikolic had him out at the end. He had him unconscious at the end nearly. Looked like it, but referee didn't see it. Nasty performance. Nikolic, if he locks in and puts his hands up, he could be a future guy in this division. But he keeps charging like a retard. He's going to get knocked out. But he's got the potential. He's 33. It's now or never. Big guy for the division. Looks okay. But he needs to work on his defense. His offense is good. He mixes in the takedowns well. But just put your hands up and just throw a jab and an uppercut. I'm not no coach, but come on now. It's obvious to see. You're a big guy. Throw the jab. And yeah, good performance. Got the win in his debut. Was looking very worrying in that first round. But same old, same old. Mark Vologdin's too small, and Nikolic exploited it. Denis Bazooka versus Bogdan Grad. This is a very controversial fight, and my opinion on it, I don't think Bazooka tapped, but I can understand why Herzog, whoever the ref was, I understand why the ref stopped it. Bazooka, awful body language, awful facial expressions. His veins are bulging out of his head. He was grunting, and he's moving his arm across to the leg of Bogdan Grad. It looked like he tapped, tried to slap it, but he didn't really punch. It was more of a slap, so it looked like a tap. It wasn't like a constant tap. But don't do stupid shit. It's cope. Bogdan Grad was winning that fight anyway. It's not like it was a fluke submission like Askren versus Lawler. Bogdan Grad won the first round, took him down. Second round, took him down. Had him nearly out at the end of the first. On the feet was a bit dodgy as Bogdan Grad. Who does Bogdan Grad think he is? I know you're training at GBT now, but come on now. You're not no Sean O'Malley fan with spinning back kicks. Good performance. Gas tank's a bit worrying as he went full out in that first round. Maybe if he takes it a bit slower in future fights, he can. But Bogdan Grad's alright, but on the feet is dodgy. Bazooka's nothing special, and he was stunning Grad at range. Grad needs to work on his boxing. His boxing's pretty mid. Guys can establish a jab on him pretty well. He's in a bit of trouble. He doesn't move his head much, but he's got good offense, got good takedowns. Bazooka needs to stop coping. I understand it's a dodgy stoppage, but he was winning that fight, and there was time left. He could have locked in the sub. He let go of the sub at the end. And yeah, tough for Bazooka, but he was losing that fight, and there's not much else to say, really. Bogdan Grad looks better than ever. Keep training at GBT. Striking's looking better than the Luke Riley fight. And yeah, good performance from Bogdan Grad. Saves his UFC career. Rebetsky versus Prepelec. Absolute domination as expected. I didn't think Rebetsky would mix in the takedowns. He didn't really need to do that. But it's the safest way. Took Prepelec down. Just fucking pounded his head in against the cage. Prepelec just sat there at the shots. Over 132 strikes. Just constant jabs to the face. I looked at it sus. Yeah, Prepelec isn't UFC level. Rebetsky is. It's a layup for Rebetsky. He deserves it after the run he's had all by Duncan, etc. Dawson. He needs some war. He needs an easy fight. Build him back up. Rebetsky's a fun guy. And yeah, Prepelec isn't UFC level, let's be honest. Come on now. This was an absolute layup. Didn't really try to get back to the feet. He tried, but Rebetsky had his leg locked in really well, like Khabib did to Conor McGregor in their fight. Rebetsky's a good grappler. I just don't understand his IQ sometimes. Why was you shooting on Grant Dawson? I said it in the predictions. That's why. I hate Rebetsky because his IQ is retarded. I like him because he's a fun guy. Needs to, good performance. I'll just leave it at that. Took Prepelec down, beat him in, beat his head up against the cage, got the win, did the job. That's all I can say. Good performance from Rebetsky, but it was an absolute layup. I'm going to run through these last three really quickly. Milesevic destroys Kohan as expected. I really like Nina Milesevic. I genuinely think she could be ranked by the end of this year. Not this year, next year. Good striker, good grappling defense. That's going to take you a long way in this division, at least get you to the rankings, because there's women in the rankings that are so one-dimensional. Some of them can't strike, some of them can't grapple. She can do it all. An absolute layup against Hayley Cowan. She's 7-6. Come on now. Until we see her fight some decent comp, then you can build the hype. But just know, I rate Nina Maleskovic. Okay. Joanne Lecker. Body kick KO's a guy that he's 50 pounds heavier than. Who'd have thought that? An absolute layup. But Opek, why are you taking this fight? It's a short notice replacement, to be fair. Opek, smart guy. He knows he's going to get another chance at light heavyweight. He's doing the Felipe Franco method. You get beat up by Pinto, you get your fight, you get the win. Now he's a UFC guy. So a smart guy from Popek. He's going to have some success at light heavyweight. Good guy in the regional scene. But it's a good win from Lecker. He's a bigger guy. He's an actual heavyweight. Put him in there with some actual heavyweights, and we can see there's a lot of cans you can put him against. Elijah Ellison's, etc. Guys like that. Good prospect. Only young. Great performance. Good win. Spasic versus Luciano. Another shit Serbian. She can't grapple. What do you expect? Luciano's a black belt or something like that. Took her down. Took the back. Submitted her. Very impressive. Yeah, so let's be honest. The Serbians and the Eastern Europeans didn't have a good night. Spasic got smoked. Leka, Maleskovic were good. Rovetsky was good. That's not fair. In the main card, at least, Ludovic Klein didn't have a good night, sadly. Jankic shit the bed. Seppo shit the bed. Tordovic exposed. And the main man, Urusmenic, did win. Because they were building the hype on him all week. Like I said in the intro, I don't think he's all that at the moment, but he passed the test, did his job, and there's nothing more you can say. 30-second knockout. It doesn't get better than that, really. Yeah, that is what I thought of the card. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and goodbye.